At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 350 plus programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Baby, got me tipsy, tipsy off the Remy. Your love, tasty, baby. You send me crazy, crazy. Can I be a lady? I love the things you say to me. I like it when you're talking dirty.
Can we get kicking tonight? I got so many things on my mind. I never seen a guy so fine. Ooh. I like it when you wah wah. Whoa ha whoa ha ha.
Whoa ha.
Whoa ha whoa ha ha.
Whoa ha ha.
Whoa ha ha. Whoa. Whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha, whoa ha ha, whoa 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 ha. Whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha,
whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha,
whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa ha, whoa,
whoa ha, whoa ha. Whoa, ha, whoa, ha, whoa. I will always be there for you.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Blackest Show About Nothing. It's Jaden XD.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Did you light yourself on fire?
Almost. God damn. The fuck?
I'm sorry.
No, I told you.
If y'all
like,
saw on Patreon.
It's like that time Antoinette smelled my hair across the club when we were both at work, and she was like, I smell hair.
My bad. Almost burnt it. It's fine.
It was me. That was okay. Baby, that was firework.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, welcome back to the Blackest Show About Nothing. Hopefully you all survived last week's long ass episode that took us 2 days to record. But you know, we had a wang dang.
We did.
But let's get some news out the way. You know how we do.
Okay, we started off with the important things. We are on day 270 of the ongoing genocide in Gaza. We're on day 445 of the ongoing genocide in Sudan. I wanted to start off by reading, so you know I speak often about the journalist Bisan, who is on the ground in Gaza and is giving us essentially a play-by-play as she continues to battle death every single day for the sake of getting information and the truth out there. And, you know, every time I see her posts, many of them start off with, you know, hello, this is Bisan from Gaza. It's day whatever, and I'm still alive, which is heart-wrenching, right? But she had a post which was, I'm just going to read it. And this was just from yesterday, actually. In this post, I will show you some pictures from my week, and these are the descriptions of the pictures. In the first picture, I was going to a filming site and was surprised by the bombing there while we were there, even though the place was classified a safe zone by the Israeli army in Khan Yunis, and that it was one of the largest gatherings of displaced people living in tents. I found myself transporting the wounded by car. This is the blood of the child Zayad on the door. It was blood on a car door. He was 8 years old and was killed in front of my eyes on our way to the nearest field hospital, not near enough to survive if you are bleeding. They are trying to kill you with a missile if you escape from it. You will not find anywhere to save you because they destroyed all of the hospitals in Gaza. In the second picture, after I ran out of all the bandages and first aid kits that I always carry in my bag due to my attempt to treat the 7 wounded that we carried in the car, I am restocking some after I was able to obtain simple first aid kits from a friend who works in the medical field. I hope I do not use them to treat children. In the third picture, this is what one of the largest population encampments in Mawasi Khan Yunis looked like, which included thousands of tents and more than 100,000 people. After the Israeli army stormed it and killed and terrorized its displaced people who are escaping death for 9 months. The spirit of the children and mothers, the smell of food cooked over the fire, and the love among the displaced, despite the months of the genocide, disappeared, and all what remains is in ruin, and the remains of tents. So I wanted to give you all some visuals of what is happening on the ground, because we see a lot of what's going on here, right? And we're starting to get distracted by the recent buffoonery that was just on TV the other day that I refused to watch. You know, the quick and dirty ride straight to hell that we're on right now. But I want to be sure that when we discuss these updates, that we are not forgetting what is happening on the ground in these oppressed states. And so Israel ordered an immediate evacuation of the European hospital in Khan Yunis, and some patients are self-evacuating. Imagine that. Imagine being in the fucking hospital and you have to self-evacuate because the IOF put out a hootie-hoo that they're getting ready to come in that bitch. In another hospital, one of the very few hospitals that's left. The IOF is currently using Palestinian hostages as human shields to search homes and tunnels. They reinvaded Shujaya Market and escalated shelling. And I wanted to, hold on, I had some information about that right here. So, yeah, they are shelling in a densely populated area, one of the few where people were, and it's getting ridiculous. And one of the most ridiculous things that I read recently is that the EU sanctioned. Hold on. What the hell? Sanctioned 12 people and 3 groups for links to Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad. That's the side y'all want to sanction. When literally one of the stadiums that Beyonce sold out for the Renaissance tour is the amount of people that have been killed. Put that into perspective. If you went to that damn concert, and I love her, but that lady is on my fucking nerves right now. Do you hear me? Is on my nerve. I don't want to see another fucking post of you. I had to get, she been gone off my thing. I don't want to see another post of you and your nigga while all of these babies are dying. I don't want to hear no more songs about how much we love our children if you're not talking about the children all over the world that are facing dire straits right now. And that's not me putting the onus on black women or on celebrities because they have, no, at this point now, this shit is just ridiculous. Let's just call things things. It's ridiculous. If you can't say shit about all of these children dying all over the world, you never loved children. You never fucking loved children. In Sudan, at least 50,000 people are displaced from Sinjar after an attack by the RSF. 50,000 people at one time. Imagine that. There is currently widespread looting and assault on the citizens by the RSF. 3 trucks carrying aid to Central Darfur were attacked and looted. So that's more aid that didn't make it. And after taking over Sinjar, the RSF spread to Sennar State, attacking the city of Dinder, and an RSF drone strike killed 9 children. 9 children. Millions of people, and especially children, in both Palestine and Sudan are facing death and malnourishment. And across the world, here in the States, in Haiti, and the Congo, right now there is, I told you all, there is an estimated, I feel like they said 25 million children. I don't have the information right in front of me. 25 million people could be facing malnourishment and death by September in Sudan. So this is why we do these updates every week, because we cannot stop remembering and speaking about the atrocities happening worldwide at the hands of these raggedy ass fucking DK leaders. I don't even want to call them leaders. Shout out to Miss Mamas at the Pride Parade this weekend who called Eric Adams out because he was marching through a fucking Pride Parade. Who the fuck approved that? Who approved that for Eric Adams to march through a fucking Pride Parade? That nigga does not love anybody. He does not like anybody but other police officers. Shout out to her. But these are some of the things that are going on worldwide. And we want to continue to make sure that we keep those at the forefront.
Yeah. In my political news update, I don't have anything specific to talk to you all about this week. I did not watch the debates. I don't believe in watching political debates because I feel like those are for that's like celebrity roasts for politicians and people who are in politics. You know what I mean? Like I already know where these people lie on the issues, and they both of them don't lie on the correct issues for me.
Absolutely not.
And so, the Supreme Court rolled back like almost every right and anything. And so my response to that is, I can't tell you. And people are like, well, this is who you're going to vote for Biden and blah, 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 blah. Listen, I understand that we are a dual party system and there's a bunch of outliers out there who are running for president. There's, Biden, Trump, and I'm sure Jill Stein is running again. And I'm sure if Ross Perot could raise from the dead, come back from hell, I'm sure he'd run too. If his ears could bring
him back, that nigga would run again independent.
Right. So, but people are making these black job jokes and stuff, which is fine. But I always think about that meme about like, how come there was never a picture of Harriet Tubman smiling? And that was like, because ain't shit was funny.
Because ain't shit was funny.
So like, that's where I'm at, right? Like, I don't like liberal snark. I don't like, yeah, we have to find joy, not when you tell me that niggas are dying and you told me that it's illegal for people to be homeless now. So you don't get to tell me that we're in a place that we can find joy. Because that's like getting water from a rock. Like there's nothing.
Or Finding Nemo, which was the stupidest fucking movie. And why are we trying to find a fish in the sea?
It's gonna get eaten anyway, damn. And it's people are like, when we talk about like these updates of genocides from across the globe, it's like we still are able to operate in a place of privilege as Americans, right?
Absolutely.
Like we, as much as political corruptness is going on, we still have a lot of freedoms that people don't have. So I want to say all this to say, utilize the tools that we have at hand
while we
have them, because I don't know how much longer that they're going to be around.
Especially with some of you fucking moon crickets talking about things were better with Trump and things were this, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck
There's
are you
never
smoking?
There's never been a point in American history where things were better.
Talk about
You
it.
know,
And then Ronald Reagan really came in and shook the table. May he be in the hottest point of hell, because he is responsible for a great majority of the downfall of what we've seen. I mean, listen, we know this shit started much. No,
I don't disagree with you. Like what I was going to say is that, you know, every 20 years we have, it's cyclical in everything that we do in pop culture, fashion, music, things recycle, you know, every generation, every 20 years or so. Yeah. And so we are at about 40 years of Reagan now, which is, we've already had the 20 years plus with G.W. Bush. Mm-hmm. Now we're at 40 years of Reagan because pessimistic as this may sound, I don't believe Biden is going to win the election. But I've kind of understood, like, okay, we've been down this road as America before, you know, and we've survived it. However, I just, you know, things always tend to up the ante each go around. So I'm like, you know, this is about to be a true outlaw mud show. But I also, you know, I am hopeful in this idea that, you know, people are going to finally, they're going to wake up before it's too late. I mean, when it's too late, however, they've already been woken up. So I guess that's a plus. But two, let's cross our fingers that the earth shuts down because, you know, outside of political stuff, the stuff that we can't control is the environment now, right? And so now, like, the earth is like, child, all right, this is my last scene and season.
No, this is y'all's last scene and season. I'm gonna be here. The earth is Tisha Campbell, and we are all like, and it's you know, the way the hurricane season this year is estimated to be one of the worst, which keep all of the islands and all of those who are always affected first and foremost: Puerto Rico, New Orleans, Dominica,
Barbados, Bermuda.
Well, keep everybody in the prayer, because those are the ones that get hit first and get hit the hardest, and are also don't have the resources because they are also occupied lands
by either us or the UK.
Exactly. The two motherfuckers who are still reigning evil all over the place. Even Spain's ass came and said, ICJ, we want to join the list of condemning these motherfuckers for all of the evil shit that they're doing. But not America and not the UK. America has sent over 10,000 bombs to Israel since October. Over 10,000.
Yeah.
Heavy. Big fucking bombs. 10,000 plus.
And you know what's so interesting is that they have like like how you said Eric Adams was at Pride. They had like at San Francisco Pride, or like Silicon Valley Pride, they had Lockheed Martin like marching, and I'm like, y'all criminals, like y'all create the warheads, like y'all have like, you know what I mean, like everything is so unserious, and it's so
Billy Porter playing James Baldwin, unserious, all of this
kissing this honkey's hand during a Juneteenth celebration,
Stacey Abrams fucking bowing
during, you know, I just don't at fucking Weekend at Bernie's, you know, like, you know what I mean?
Jimmy Carter's not dead yet. He's 99. Put him back in for the running. Why not?
I mean, he got the same faculties as the current president.
That's just what I'm saying. They might be better. Put Jimmy Carter back in. At least he was like partially decent.
Kind of. He the only one that didn't agree that Israel should be its own state.
No, he didn't.
He also had a bunch of issues.
Yeah, they all do. I don't trust no politicians.
Don't trust no politician. Don't trust no Christian.
Okay.
That's quoting Kaya.
Yeah, I know.
nigga. He won't fuck your best friend and your sister. Lie to ya, then screw ya. Get mad if his homeboys do ya. He's a nigga, don't let him fool ya.
But
ooh, gosh.
Yeah.
Look, Wes, we talked about ain't shit funny, and then we always find we always find a way to laugh. Always.
But yeah, ultimately, vote who you want. Vote who you like. Vote if you want. Vote if you don't want. If you don't want to, I don't give a fuck anymore. At this point, let's just know that whatever we decide, X, Y, and Z will happen. You know, and I can't even look at the presidential. All I can look at is Supreme Court justices.
Yo, which is fucking
Senate
crazy. And they have too much power right now that they should not have.
And they've stripped themselves of power at the same token this week. So I just don't understand. Like,
they don't know what the fuck they're doing. All they know, they say, we hate niggers, we hate Muslims, we hate Mexicans. So how can we make their lives miserable, even if it includes our own as well?
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think that people in politics or think that these rules and stuff will apply to them because they all have money, right? Or they don't. People in politics become so far removed from the politic that they're protecting or trying to promote, right? Like, when you think about Nancy Pelosi, is she a Democrat or whatever the fuck? But she's worth like $100 million. So like, none of that
shouldn't exist.
So it's like people can like, yes, I'm fighting for this, but they're not fighting enough because it's like, oh, it doesn't matter
because
to me.
them kids in Flint still don't have no clean fucking water.
They don't. We're at like almost a decade of not clean water. So I don't. The pipeline, that Native American pipeline situation, fracking, like there's so many things going on that's just like, oh, it doesn't matter to me. I'm white. And that goes back to this thing I talked about before, like how young white voters or even millennial white voters are like, oh, we should have given a fuck a long time ago, but because we felt like this didn't apply to us, it only applied to Negroes and other colored people, that we could just scoot this under the rug because it doesn't bother us. But no, it's impacting you too, Paul.
Hello. Your money cannot buy you out of a fucking hurricane.
Yeah, like it's not like it's. Your jobs are being replaced too, not by the Mexicans you thought that was taking your jobs. It's being replaced by Chat GPT.
Yep.
And things of that nature.
In India, they had a flood. They had a terrible flood, and they said that the rain is getting ready to be the highest. The levels are getting ready to be the highest they've ever been in July. And it washed away like a family of like 16. Like, you cannot escape global warming. You cannot escape boiling. You cannot escape climate change. Your money your money cannot buy you out of this earth.
No. I was watching PBS Eons, wonderful YouTube channel. And they were talking about how, like, you know, it took billions of years for the earth to form, and humans ruined it in 100 years. Due to like the Industrial Revolution and things of that nature. I was like, that's crazy. Because there's like a whole video about how it rained for 1 million years. I was like, that's fucking crazy. Imagine just 1 million years it just rained, and then all of a sudden one day it stopped, and then we got like the fucking Model T Ford, and it ruined every fucking thing.
Oh my god!
You know? So it's like, maybe we can find humor, but shit ain't funny.
No, it's not. No, shit ain't funny. Even though, you know, we can't do nothing but laugh. Yeah, we can't. So let's pay some bills, and then we talk about our days and stuff like that. Yeah.
Anywho, tell a friend that we're here every Friday. You know, we have a good time here. Main stage. We talk about anything and everything. Join the cult of chaos. Down to the Patreon. You have 2 opportunities. You have $9.99 tier, which gets you access to everything, and then you have a $12.99 tier, which gives you access to everything plus monthly lives. So next week we will have our first monthly live next Thursday. So maybe some special guests might be coming through, maybe not, but it's only going to be on the $12.99 tier. So go and sign up. It's a good time. Over like 1,500 pieces of content that's there. We have a good time down at Patreon.
We do.
Also,
grand time.
Yes. Subscribe to us on YouTube. It's freer than you and me and anybody else on this earth. Just click subscribe. That help us out a lot. We do 90-day fiance recaps. The other way, not the original, because that's a lot. But new season of 90-day fiance. The other way is back.
Okay.
So you get those recaps every Sunday or Monday, I believe. Also, join the Discord. It's free. Normally, other podcasts make you join their Patreon to join the Discord. Not us. You can join it for free.
And let me tell you something. The only thing that's going to deliver us, I'm not even going to say deliver us. The only thing that's going to sustain us and all of the shit that we've been talking about is community. And so the Discord, let me tell you something. Apparently somebody's car broke down and they needed some help and it was an emergency. And niggas in the Discord came together like Captain fucking Planet and got them what they needed. So I love you all. I love the community that we created and you all sustain. And that's important. So join the Discord. If not to laugh, to actually have some niggas who will look out for you.
Yeah. Yes. Even internationally, like I've seen folks from like South Africa be a part. Yes. Also there's a space where like there's say no to coworkers, and people talk about their gripes of like with their coworkers, and I've seen some great HR advice. So it's really, 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 really a great space. It's one of the few things I'm prouder of with this show. Everything else is a little outlaw, but it's fine. It's
I love our journey. Exactly.
Yeah, me too. Let's take a break, and we'll chat more here with Jada XD. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
So if you guys are watching this and you did not watch the previous video, I am in the process right now of getting my teeth done. I am getting composite resin, bonding, veneers, whatever you want to go through and call them. I know everyone has different terminology, but that is what I'm getting done to my teeth.
And we're black. So, how was your week? I hear somebody had a birthday.
Yes, remember last Friday was Noah's birthday. And so, it's just Noah all month. She's 11. Oh my God. And nigga, she came back from her nana's after like 3 days. She grew. I
told you it's the summer. Kids grow like weeds in the summertime.
She grew and she's huge. So we went, we did urban air because every child everywhere in America right now is obsessed with urban air, which is nothing but like a Dave and Buster's
Discovery
trampoline
zone for Gen Alpha.
Exactly. Yes. Like a little better because they have like the little rope shit they can do way up in the air where they're suspended, and they can do the jumpy shit, but they can also play games, and they got the giant ball pit and, the mediocre food and all of that. So
I also think those places are a pipeline to the military industrial complex, but that's something that you and I could put a tinfoil hat on and talk about
because
later.
One day we're going to talk about Dave and Buster's. And what is your refusal to allow me to buy this 50-cent rubber ball? Instead, you want me to spend $70 on these fucking games so I can win this 50-cent ball that you purchased off of AliExpress. I am disgusted. No, we need to do a deep dive into Dave and Buster's because they are definitely a front.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I want to know, like, do they charge licensing for certain games to be there? And if so, why do certain games get prominent spaces and others get in the back? Is it because people are paying a higher premium? And like, how come there's no black-owned games in David Buster's? Are there black-owned games?
Yeah, they got they got the basketball game. Sorry, that was racist.
Twas.
They got the rapping game where you can become a rapper.
Yeah. Rapper. You know, the internet just discovered the White Rapper Show. Do you remember the White Rapper Show?
Why does that sound familiar?
Remember on VH1, Jack be nimble, but I'm that bitch.
Season on Ego Trips, the White Rapper Show. We're on a mission to find the next white rapper who can rep hip-hop to the fullest. But it's not going to be easy, because historically, white rappers have had to walk at least 8 miles uphill to make it big. That hasn't stopped anyone from trying.
It was when they had the Ghetto Revival.
Yes, I do remember this.
Yeah.
This was Outlaw.
Yeah. It was
Flower
VH1.
Show. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. VH1 got real lawless with their reality TV for a period of time.
Yeah. Period of now.
Wait, who's on VH1 now?
Love and Hip Hop.
That's still on.
Yes.
Oh, you're right.
Who else is Spice going to be on? Like, where else is she going to be? Rashida and
we're not gonna act like the have and the have-nots, the never ever meets. We're not gonna act like the.
Oh no!
Ever meet them. We're not gonna act like that.
Oh no! It is. It's classy. It's classy Zeus. I'm not
because they're real dead fucking wrong for zooming the camera into that, letting that boy do those confessionals with his teeth rocking the way they was rocking.
Oh yeah, the ghost teeth with the.
Me and Tristan, we were like, are those fronts? Like, what is?
Oh wait, hold on! I forgot to tell you. Well, I can tell the world now. I got my
got
teeth
a bag and fixed your teeth.
Hey,
I love it.
I did.
Yes,
I did. I got a bag and I got a payment plan and fixed my teeth. That's what I did.
No, it's fine.
Literally 6 months. It took 6 months to. Yeah, and mind you, something I've been self-conscious about for like 10 years and so, and because I never thought that I would be able to, a lot of trauma and fear, especially around like money and all that good stuff. And then I realized that, oh no, it is relatively possible. Not to say that I'm making a lot of money, because I'm not, but I realized that, if you plan well, and you ask them to work with you, because niggas will do that, we need to bring back bartering. And
we really do.
Yeah, that's what's wrong with the world.
Yeah.
And
socialism.
Yeah.
We need to bring back social. we need to be socialists. we need to bring back segregation.
The problem with segregation is that it was never done correctly.
It was not. It was not. Y'all wanted to be a part so goddamn bad.
It's always like Survivor, where they talk about how all girls reliant, and then there's one of them who's like, I'm gonna be with the men.
Nope. See, no. Yeah, and it's always a black like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we have Clarence Thomas.
I never seen a black like that. Yeah, it's always a black who's got to go and ruin. And for that,
Clarence Thomas.
Yes, Ben Carter, Tristan, and I.
Oh yes.
We were playing a game of like fantasy segregation.
This is exciting.
Yeah, it was fun. But then I realized there's certain parts where it would work against me. So Hear me out. So, I told you all about that Boss Man D-Lo concert that I went to.
Who, by the way, made, he's one of the freshman class for Double XL.
Wow. Congratulations, young man.
Which I didn't think they were still doing, but apparently they are.
Let me tell you something. Niggas love Boss Man D-Lo, I realized. They love him. I follow this page called Black People Pets. And so many of them use Boss Man D-Lo songs for their posts. It's very fascinating.
Did you see Our Friend Is Back? Big Dyke NYC?
Yes! Willkommen, okay? Bienvenido.
Yes.
We have been sending you well wishes on Patreon.
No, they hit me on there. They were like, they listened to the episode we were like, where they been? We were hoping that they will. I just found out what they look like. They are fine.
Yes. Very good looking. Very good looking. Crystal Jean actually met them at a party. And they were like, I'm Big Dyke NYC. Like, that's the page I run. And Crystal was like, prove it. I was like, why you got to be such a wretched bitch?
I would have asked the same thing. Prove it.
I know. You can't be coming. Okay. You can't be coming here just claiming people's shit like that.
Yeah. That's one of the few accounts that bring me joy.
No, very much. Like, pure joy, actually. I need to go on a binge. I'm gonna go on a binge watch of Big Dyke. I do binge watches of Big Dyke NYC.
Me too.
I'm like, let me sit down and dedicate 1 hour on the toilet while whilst I go through all of the posts. And so sometimes you got to look at them multiple times because they post good shit. Oh, we're so happy to have you back, but we also understand needing a rest. But
yes, niggas love big men.
So niggas love Boss Man D-Lo. So I said, and Tristan was like, I'm not getting ready to be the old nigga, you know what I'm saying, at all the old nigga concerts. No, I'm gonna be up with what the youth is doing. Not because I want to be young, but like, no, I have to keep evolving. And I was like, okay, all right.
You also have kids, so that makes sense.
I know. But in the meantime, since I went to this Boss Man D-Lo concert, you will be going with me to Bridgeport, Connecticut to go see Earth, Wind, and Fire in Chicago.
Oh, that I'm not mad at.
I saw that they were coming, and I was like, Earth, Wind, and Fire in Chicago.
They're performing in Seaside Park?
No. Oh, I'm not going to a concert in the park. I did that with Jeffrey Osborne, and you see where that got us.
Yeah. Well, they have...
Earth, Wind, and Fire in Chicago. Typing like Tony Braxton
because
the Heart and Soul Tour 2024.
Ooh, where's the venue?
Okay, let me see.
I mean,
the closest.
The arena is in Seaside Park anyway. It's near where I used to walk past it if I was walking downtown from my dorm when I went to University of Bridgeport.
Okay, let's see here. Hello, New York zip code. Excuse me.
Bridgeport.
All right, so the closest is Bridgeport, Connecticut. Wantagh, New York, or Holmdel, New Jersey, which I think is the closest. At the PNC Bank Arts Center.
Oh, okay.
Holmdel, New Jersey is the closest one.
And Bridgeport, where's the venue?
Bridgeport. Wait, where'd you go, Bridgeport?
We could take the Metro North.
Okay.
It's nothing. If it's the venue I'm thinking of, it's right in front of the train station. They only got one. So they either perform it at the arena, the People's Arena. I'm sure they changed the name by now. People's Bank Arena.
Wait, did they sell out of Bridgeport? Why is Bridgeport not popping up anymore?
Well,
I know they didn't sell out.
Is this summer?
Yes.
Damn.
They're on tour right now.
I did say I wanted to see Maze and you said Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yes, I would love to see them and Chicago. But I was also thinking like Maze featured Becky Beverly because this is their last run.
Oh. Oh, Bridgeport is on the 30th. It's at let's see where this one is. It's at the Hartford Healthcare Amphitheater.
Where the hell is that?
Sounds like it's in Hartford. Oh, it's in Bridgeport.
Hartford
Healthcare Amphitheater.
Health.
Oh, and they got one in Camden, New Jersey on the 31st. So many options.
Oh, where is this? Oh, yeah. This is that's what I thought it was. Okay. It's the same place.
So they just renamed it like they do?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought it was I've walked by here plenty of times.
Well, Earth, Wind and Fire in Chicago are going on tour, and I just feel like me getting to go see them together, that is a once in a lifetime opportunity. But also that's why we can't full blown go segregation, because I wouldn't get Earth, Wind and Fire in Chicago in one concert.
No. We'd have to go to we'd have to sneak in. We'd have to sit by like the service area.
You need to come here and go with me, because I know Tristan's going to be like, I do not want to see, who the fuck is Chicago?
I'm actually not opposed to that. Is July 30th? That might be a thing.
Okay, let's figure this out, because I'm very excited about that.
Yes.
But yes, for Noah's birthday, we went to Urban Air. Melissa Beck and the gang came, and then family members, and so the kids just ran around and got their lives. It was the longest sit down time ever known to man for the adults, but that's all right. Noah it was like the best birthday she ever had, she said, and I was like, that's so crazy, because we've spent so much more money, which is why that is a scam. And then, of course, we went to the world famous Stella's afterwards to go eat, because family restaurant. And let me tell you, wait a minute. Let me tell you about my proud mother culinary moment. So Noah ordered, she's like, it's my birthday. Can I get the seafood pot? And so I was like, yeah, get the seafood pot. So the seafood pot has lobster and shrimp and salmon and mussels, and it comes in this delicious broth, some delicious coconutty, like spiced, just flavorful, like not even broth, stock, nigga, like it's delicious, right? So mama orders the seafood pot and a side of festival. So I was like, when the seafood pot came, I said, oh, this is one thing I've never gotten off the menu. This is very cute. I want to taste that. No, like, let me taste it. So I tasted the broth. It was fantastic. I was like, oh my, I can't believe we've never ordered this before. But then your girl dipped a freshly fried piece of festival into the stock. And she was like, taste this, mommy. And I tasted, or she calls me mama. She's like, taste this, mama. And I tasted it. And I was like, my heart has never sang for you.
It changed your world around.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I was like, you know how to eat. And you're about to be my partner for life. Like, for life.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so proud. That was a proud culinary moment with my child.
Oh my gosh.
She knows how to mix and mingle the flavors. I should have known when she was 4 and I was making pickles one day. She came in the house and she goes, why does it smell like vinegar in here? That was another moment I was very proud, because I was like, you know what vinegar smells like? Like, you identified it immediately. But yeah, your girl's 11, man.
Wow. I was thinking, because my mother was like, how old is Noah? She happened to call me that Friday. I was like, oh, her birthday's today. She's 11. And I was thinking, that was like a lifetime ago. I was like 2 jobs ago, like 3 jobs ago.
Yeah.
I remember the day that she was born was like my first or second day at my promotion at that job.
God.
I was working on the Lower East Side.
Yes.
I remember I was going to go. I was calling Shariel because I was like, oh, I'm going to go down. But I was like, I just started working this job. And the day that she was born is the day that there was the first time I ever had to solve a physical dispute. between two clients. Yeah,
look at her bringing chaos into the world.
yeah. That's also the first time I had saw the NYPD utilize a straitjacket.
And that sounds like IOF tactics.
Well, I don't ever want to say I agree with the police, but she was fighting them. Like, and for her own safety.
What did they do to make her fight? I'm sorry.
They asked her name. But no. Like,
well, what was the tone?
No, I know. Normally, like, I was like, in those moments, because there was another situation where, like, there was another altercation and she bashed this cop's head in bad. I was like, ooh, hopefully you don't get arrested. But in this moment, they were doing their best. Because remember, my staff at the time, we were actively going to community board meetings to show our presence, to be like, hey, we work with niggas who need help. And so you need to relax off your nation state ass policing.
First of all, them motherfuckers don't need to be called for half the emergencies that they're called for. Let's be very clear. Because whatever that lady was going through that they put in a straitjacket, I guarantee you, they didn't need to call the police for that.
No, this is before mobile crisis units that they have now. So, see, again, we have
domestic violence don't need to call the police. Like suicide attempts. Well, okay, let me. I'm sorry. Let me. That was that. Not domestic violence. Need to go to jail. Them. Yes. No. That was said very wrong. But certain
disputes, yes, I agree.
They don't need to be called. When people are having mental health crises, they don't need to be called. Like, I'm not talking about a nigga beating on somebody, but mental health crises, suicide attempts, certain domestic disputes, like certain stuff like that, the police are the last people that need to be involved.
I firmly agree. And that's what a lot of our community presence was about, right? Like, y'all send a specialized team where it's like, whatever the fuck, which is how we eventually end up fighting for mobile crisis teams. But then you realize it's a city of 10 million people, But either way, we learned that they send cops ahead of every scenario. Even if you have like a fire,
that's a problem.
Cops will come first.
That's a problem.
No, it is. And so that's why we had to be like, hey, listen, we know y'all niggas come first, regardless if we want y'all there or not. Then if you're going to be there, since you must apparently, then this is how you need to treat our consumers.
Or you need to stand the fuck back and shut the fuck up and let the actual experts for whatever that particular thing is do what they need to do.
Exactly. And they try to like explain it like it's a safety thing, because like back to the scenario that had happened. So like my client, she was very violent, and in any other circumstance, people would have called the cops on them and be like, no, she's violent, and send them to jail, because like it was bad. However, in this scenario, I agreed. Like, I'm going to stand here and watch, because this was the problem that I had. Like, I have to be present, right? I already have to figure out my own issues with the police. But then I have to make sure I watch the police to make sure that they are doing the right things for you. Yep. For somebody who's in crisis, right? And so that puts you at like I've always was like in limbo of how to deal with that, right? So it's like I don't ever want to agree with policing, because 98% of policing I don't agree with. Only times when with DV or IV disputes or kids. Those are the only times I'm ever like, all right, call the people. But other than that, no. But also, if it's in a means of this, somebody who is having a psychotic break and they're being a harm to themselves or other people, then it's like, if I can't handle it in my training, then maybe there needs to be like a and you escort them to a place that can handle it better. That's the only time I'm
and I get that. It's because of the over policing and because of the lack of good judgment and because of the lack of humanity that so many of them possess.
Oh yeah.
Where I'm like, I don't even trust you in transit for whatever the fuck is needed in this situation. Like, I don't even trust you in that. And all these, the niggas who want to join the force because they want to make a change, you're not, Michael Jackson. You're not going to make a change because the system is fucking corrupt.
Yeah. I don't believe in the phrase of changing things from the inside.
No.
In any type of scenario.
No.
Hell, it could be corporate. It could be nonprofit. It could be this, right? I don't believe in that because it's never worked and it never will work because people are so hell-bent on proving themselves right even though they're wrong.
Yep.
So like, I'm going to work from the inside. No, because when you start do that, you start to drink the Kool-Aid and you start to be like, well, I see why they do this.
No.
So I've never, listen, all my police procedurals that I watch Propaganda, and every last nigga who has been on there who's like, I'm trying to change from the inside has ended up being conflicted and doing what the racist or ist police
AOC,
department,
Bernie, Stacey Abrams, Eric Adams, all of you motherfuckers. All of you.
Yeah. So I, whatever. But anywho, I'm glad Noah had a good birthday.
She had a great birthday. Great 11th.
Yeah, I'm glad she had a good birthday, and I got new teeth. So yeah,
that's fantastic.
It was at a very bleak week politically. There was some wins. We even had a decent BET Awards.
On that note, let's take a quick break and come back and discuss a couple more things.
Okay. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back. It's the Black Entertainment Television Awards. How much more entertaining do I have to do? It doesn't really make sense. I have more Grammys than Will Smith, which makes no sense. But I have the same amount of BET Awards as Sam.
And we're black. Yeah. BET Awards was this past weekend.
So you watched it?
I watched performances.
So who performed? Because I don't know nobody no more.
Whew, okay.
Except Kalani. Because even though I was not into her music and we have had many discussions on that nigga's song.
When she took off streaming.
Did she?
Yeah, she did. She finally got the hint. Like, I'm not sure.
Like, let me just not double down on this.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. Okay.
Oh yeah, she is very much pro right things.
Oh, absolutely. Pro humanity. And I will play her music in the background of things that I'm doing in order to support her because she be on the right side of shit. Shout out to her. But outside of her, who else? I don't know. Who were the young people that performed?
Gloria Hallelujah Woods.
Did she do a Yeah Glow?
It was like a what's that song that she got with Megan?
Yes.
The Wannabe. Because the Stallion came out, performed with her.
Go big, go big, go big, go big, go big.
Yeah. Lotto, and I was so surprised. The dolls are bringing back production. They have sets.
Lotto, greatest rebrand ever, biracial gal.
Yes, hip hop's Faith Evans.
Oh my God, she is hip hop. Faith Evans is already hip hop's Faith Evans, but Lotto is young Cool Tunes Faith Evans. Yes.
Yeah. She performed. She did a medley of her songs. She, she even was a part of the Usher tribute. She
Was
did.
she?
She did. She did Luda's part on.
I like that.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge big Lotto. That's my gal. I'm glad. Even if she was gonna call herself Mulatto, I would have still rode with her. I just wouldn't have not called her that.
No.
I would have called her by her first name.
Stephanie.
I don't. Melissa. I don't know. She looks like a Melissa. I forgot her name on because I used
Maybe
to watch.
It's Dejanay. Let me look it up.
I used to watch her on with the kids battle. The reality show that made her famous.
Big Lotto.
Yes.
Her name is Alyssa Michelle.
She looked like an Alyssa. That's a biracial name.
With a Y. Uh-huh. Yeah, always with a Y. Madison with a Y.
Yeah.
Oh no, has she done things to her face?
Probably. Who hasn't? I mean,
was Curdy was there?
Who?
Curdy B.
No.
Wait, Megan has done things to her face.
Yeah.
What'd she do to her face?
She got a new nose.
Megan, the stallion.
Yeah, she's all the dolls have touched their nose. Only person that probably hasn't maybe is Flo Milli, maybe, but I don't know.
Has Gloria Hallelujah done anything to herself?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
She just stepped into some.
You all better not stop with this fucking. This nose is not even real.
Yeah. Megan definitely has a new nose.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Like if you watch the Big Ol' Freak video to this, the Hiss video.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, this is different.
I just, you know what?
Because she used to look like Nene, and now she don't.
She did. She had a little hook nose, which was still cute. She was still always a pretty girl.
Yeah, she was the cross between.
Not me thinking all this weight loss. I wasn't even. When I tell you, I was literally not even thinking. I was like, she looks a little different, but I know she's lost a lot of weight.
Giving up Hennessy gives you rhinoplasty. I know that's right.
She spent $30,000 to look like this. Let's see what she got and when she started. She even used a fake ID to get a procedure. That's very dangerous, and I'll tell you why.
I'm gonna need to see some identification.
Who else performed that I watched?
Who else? Tell me.
I watched it was all kind of a blur. I could tell you performed the Usher tribute.
Danity Kane?
No. Tiana Taylor and Victoria Monet.
Oh, I love
they did a ode to when Usher performed in Puerto Rico, and they did Bad Girl, and Beyonce was his backup dancer.
Yes.
So, Tiana was in her stud cosplay because, she's a divorced gal now. Did you see? Mama divorced that
I didn't.
horrible nigga. Who would have thought Iman Shumpert would have been evil?
Was he
I never
evil?
thought that. Yeah, cheated on her, and he tried to conceal assets and things.
What?
He was abusive to her. Yeah, girl, it was crazy.
Oh no, he was abusive too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Oh, it's a messy divorce.
Mm-hmm. It just got settled the other day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she secretly filed. Cruel treatment.
Mm-hmm. See,
no.
My girl, the Jasmine brand and Starcasm, because I'd be up on there with my Love After Lockup, because they be the ones that be supplying me the information.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
I
nigga
didn't
was
know.
investing in $14,000 a month for a podcast that he produces. And I was like,
oh, the one with his brother?
Sure.
I happened to see a random clip of that, and I was like, Iman Shumpert has a podcast?
And why does it cost $14,000 a month to produce?
Why does it cost 14? Nigga, we are doing things.
I'm going to say our operating costs. God damn.
We should go and start producing rich people's podcasts, and they'll be like, so how much does it cost? $14,000 for 2 podcasts? We say, yes.
Yes, please. Pull up to this. Pull up.
Yes, that is our fee, because that's how much it costs to produce a podcast.
Yeah. God damn.
Oh,
yeah,
that's nasty work.
Yeah, she got to keep a bunch of properties. He got to pay child support and keep some homes for himself. Like, yeah, it was bad.
Well, speaking of Tiana Taylor, I saw Lil Mama this weekend.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm sorry, that's all I had for her. Oh, okay.
No, that's fitting. So I went to the little man's 35th anniversary block party anniversary. Because it was in the original location, which, oh God, fine context. For those who don't know, this weekend was Spike Teeny Lee's 35th Do the Right Thing block party. The block party happens every year, every summer. And this year it was back to the original location where Do the Right Thing was filmed in Bed-Stuy. So
my old block.
Yes, we was right around the corner from your old house. And so we walked over because a good friend of mine lives real close by, which was very nice. That means you have to use no porta potties or none of that. And we walked over and enjoyed ourselves, right? Even rain and all. Came down, but niggas danced in the rain, and, niggas danced in the rain to Kendrick's Not Like Us, which was, a big cultural, beautiful moment. And then at one point, so we're in the tent, right? And I'm like, I got to get out of this tent. VIP is not always better. We need to have a conversation about that, because VIP is not always better. Most of the time, it's not. In this particular case, it was wonderful because we got free food and drinks and all of that, and somewhere to go when the rain really smacked. But it was hot as hell, and humid. So we're in the tent and we're like, ooh, we got to get out of this tent. It's too hot. So we leave out of the tent, go around the streets, having a good time. I was with my good girlfriends. I have to tell you what they did for me after this. But I was with my good girlfriend. Oh, God. I have to tell the people. Okay, pause on this. So before we went to the block party, got to Mary's house. And I have such wonderful villages of women around me. Wonderful, wonderful villages of women that are they have become my sisters in this life. And so this particular group is Mary and Siobhan and Santana and Robin, aka DJ Reborn, and Chanel and Mariam and Isamar. And when we gather, it is just a magical moment. So I get to Mary's house. They call me and they're like, how far are you? And I was just thinking, because, bitches want to get to the block party and I'm the last nigga to arrive. So I was like, I'm 6 minutes away. Like, I'll be there in a minute. And I get there and I get upstairs and I walk in and all of them have on beards. And they throw on Down for My Niggas, and then they put on Stevie Wonder. And they had a cake for me and flowers, and my sister girls celebrated me and wanted to just shower me with love for the James Beard. And I was like, this is love. You don't need to do a whole lot to make your loved ones feel celebrated and surrounded and seen. So I'm just so grateful for them. And they're such all magical women, like individually, collectively, just magical women. And so I'm so grateful. But afterwards we walked down, and so, we're having a great time or whatever. And then the rain is getting ready. The sky is about to crack, right? So we're like, oh, let's get to this tent so that when it really starts coming down, we'll have somewhere. But I also don't mind dancing in the rain a little bit today. So we get to the tent and we're like getting ready to walk in, and all of a sudden we get shoved to the side and pummeled because a bitch with chartreuse wig comes flying through to get out of the rain. And I was like, bitch, And I look over and who is it? It's Lil Mama's ass. So I was like, you need to cool it, Lipgloss. Like, you need to watch out where you walking. So we get into the tent. And I see a bunch of my niggas that I hadn't seen. My homeboy Sid, Alex, Natasha. Like, I'm greeting and talking to people. And we're having a good time. And so I'm telling Sid, I said, Lipgloss's ass came shoving past me, getting into this fucking tent. And I'm going to trip her. I'm going to trip her if she comes through here again. So he's giving me, so my homeboy Sid is like, yo, I try to give her some grace because, you know, when Lipgloss popped, like niggas did her real dirty with her contract and they stole money from her. And then we all know, like, even though we make fun of the MTV thing, her mother had just died. So like she was not in a good place and all these things, right? He's like, so I tried to give her some grace. You know, she had grown men stealing from her. So at that moment, I was like, all right, I feel, all right. I'll try to give her a little bit of grace. Who comes barreling back fucking through right after I say I'm going to give some grace? Fucking Lipgloss, okay? I was like, listen here, chicken noodle soup. I am fucking sick of you shoving your way through these fucking crowds. Do it again and I'm going to snatch that wig. I was so irritated. I'm so irritated.
She loves finding her way.
She gonna find her way downtown, walking fast. If she come barreling through me again, I called that bitch off. I was like, "Soda pop, you need to relax." Like I was disgusted.
My boo game looking like my shoe game, looking like my boo game, looking like my shoe game.
Woo! But we had a good time. We had a good time at the block party. It was, you know, small man and all. I was like, this is not about you. I'm here to be with my girlfriends. And I didn't run into his ass. So there was that. Good. But yeah, we had a good time. Did you see Donald Glover, the wrong messenger, calling out the BET Awards?
Yes, he actually performed in the Usher tribute. He was the only dude that performed for the Usher tribute. Everything else was women. And when Shar did a live on Instagram, and she was talking about how
Queen of Journalism.
Yes, who also did, you know, spawn content for me, selling Delo.
I love that.
Yeah, it was a good time. But he performed Superstar, I think, maybe.
Oh, did he?
He performed something. Let me
look this up. Can you handle it? Let me look.
No. Yeah, look up the things, because I was supposed to be talking about the performances. It was all a blur, because I was kind of like, I was celebrating my tooth by like ruining it by smoking. So
you was Americaning your tooth.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're like, I'll send the bombs, but I'll provide the aid.
Exactly.
That's terrible.
Exactly.
That's terrible.
The second protects the first.
Yo. Oh, you don't have to call. Nigga, you was not even in the right realm.
Oh, yes, because Kiki came in right after, because, yeah.
He's so chesty.
Because Kiki Palmer comes in and she sings with him, and then she has her own set. Like, everything was like young people or whatever, and then they got Marsha Ambrosius.
What'd she sing?
Something.
Let me see.
I think Superstar, I think.
No, you think everybody sang Superstar, and I'm sick of it.
I just know that she sang and it ruined the whole vibe for everybody.
No, because it was Halloween all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Run it through your house like a Tomb Raider. See?
Wait, let me listen to that. Hold on. Let me do this again.
The last time I was here, I won the song of the year. That was far away. I got it bad and that's okay. I'm in my duffel.
Okay.
I have to be honest. Okay. Like, I like the fact that even Summer Walker was up there. She performed or whatever. And I get it. Like, there's typical, like...
What she said?
The song... No, she's performed the song that she has with him. But, like, I get it, right? Like, a lot of times when it comes to tributes, everybody defaults to Ledisi, Marsha Big Knees, Kelly Price, maybe Ashanti Moore.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Ashanti.
No, you know, she is very pregnant.
Yeah, she's about to pop.
I love the fact that she did her maternity shoots while she was already on vacation. I was like, keep the aesthetic going, queen.
Because we have only seen Ashanti on vacation for the last 15 years.
And mood, because
right, I'm not mad. No, this is not a hating comment. Let's be clear. It's just an observation. Like,
let me make all this money from Murder Inc. Fuck that.
I'm gonna sing "Baby" for 5 years so that I can live. So I can live. Who is this dancing in the rain? This is Victoria Monet.
Yeah.
No, you don't know. Sexy Red makes me so uncomfortable.
Sure. Oh yes, I watched. There, like I said, it was a blur.
Who's that? Tina
because
Campbell.
I was high. Oh, did you? We might have to do this during our watch of Mary Mary. Did you watch the interaction between Gugu, Erica, and Tina on Instagram?
No.
It is a hoot and a half.
What are they talking about? Because all they do is debate in the kitchen. What were they talking about this time?
So Goo gets on Instagram on her own post and she's like, I just want to show. She was like, God is a mischievous God. So like,
first of all, I want niggas to stop saying mischievous.
Yeah. So like, she was she had to borrow Erica's car because she has a bigger truck. Because her and Elena had to go drop off some flowers or whatever the fuck. And she was like, okay, well, I'll let Erica use my car. But she purposely let Erica use her car in hopes that Erica would put gas in the tank because it only had like 22 miles on it. So then Erica comes back on Instagram and she was like, the Holy Spirit told me to tell you that I'm not going to do that. I'm going to drive Warren's car today. So you better figure that out. So then Tina was like, well, you know, speaking of, you know, I understand Google, she a little throw it off, you know, like she not all the way here, but she could dress well. But as the bigger sister, Erica, because I'm even a younger sister, as you the bigger sister, Erica, you should provide money for Goo to put gas in his tank. And here come Erica. The Lord has blessed me as much as he's blessed you, Tina. So you could be a big sister and go give her money and fill up her gas tank. So then Erica felt guilty and was like, what am I doing? So then she goes to the gas station and puts money in and fills up her tank because she's the elder sister.
That's right.
And then gives her popcorn.
What?
Because she a big sister. She needed a snack.
Oh, that's sweet.
It was so funny how it was going on. And then Tina had to apologize. Yeah, it's all on their main pages, but
they are funny too.
Anyway.
And Gugu is 45 years old while all of this is being said and done.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if I had siblings, like for real, I would be like, hey, how about you put money in my, you know, fill up my tank? That's crazy. It kicked me out.
I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. That means
Holy Spirit.
That means it's time for us to go, honestly.
Yeah, we just wanted to come in and, you know, just talk a taste. We didn't want too much this week. We know that we gave you a big, long, wide episode last week. So, yeah, with that being said, make sure you all check out the Patreon. First episode next week is probably going to be the 90 Day Fiance The Other Way recap of the first episode. So you know how we do. And with that being said and done, we'll see you niggas later. Ta-ta. Free Palestine, all oppressed states.
Bye.
Free Sudan, free Congo, free Haiti, free Tigray, free the United States. The black people of the United States.
And give indigenous people their land back. Bye.
Bye.